your watch list.
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Now, Supergirl had to Superman, right?
That's all they were talking about was getting some. Have some more.
Oh, the sloppy
Joe.
Sure that I'm not getting in my own way and building my own mentality instead of just allowing it to be built.
And it's a great song. Highs and lows, great hook.
Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah. Remember these guys?
They missed an opportunity.
Minimal like a freaking McDonald's. Like a damn package of. You think this is orange juice?
ENT show. Let's go. Yo, what up, guys? What's happening? It's me, Brian B, and we here to show. Remember that? What's good, y'all? It's another episode of the Beeline Entertainment Show. Thank you guys for being with us. If you missed us last week, I'm glad you missed us because, just had some stuff to do. Got caught up a little bit. I'm still freshly back a little bit and still getting back in the swing of things. But I missed you guys too. So listen, you ain't alone. But listen, I got to tell you guys a little bit of something because what you got to do is follow us so you can see all the shows that we do because this is the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We host a variety of shows starting on Tuesday nights with the Beeline Web Show. Almost said entertainment. The Beeline Web Show, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. We talk a little bit of everything, but best believe we get straight to the point when we do it. And then if you into the body slams and the suplexes and the brothers and everything else, we going straight through the ropes with the Wrestle Talk with the STR Nation in the building, bruh. We talking that wrestling on Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Yes, that's right. That's what we do. And then if you hear, then you know what time it is. It's time for the ENT show, yo. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching me so long, yo. I'm almost hitting 200 episodes soon on my web show. I think we're like 40 episodes away. We're about almost 100 episodes on my entertainment show. Almost 100 episodes of these. Then we got my other show on Straight Through the Ropes. I think we're almost at 100 there. We're like 93. Man, doing this for a while, yo. It feels great though, man. I'm really excited. But we got a great show for you guys tonight. And I'm not alone. I don't host the entertainment show alone. I got an awesome partner with me. We're gonna talk a lot of stuff because we ain't talked last week, so we definitely gonna get it all off our chest this week. My man, Kyle Eric. What up, Kyle?
What's going on?
Chilling, man.
How you feeling tonight?
Listen, bro, I feel pretty good, man. I actually feel pretty good this week. I don't know. I'm getting the whole thing is coming back. The whole thing is coming back. Now, let's talk. Let's dive right in, Kyle. We missed last week, yo. I know this is a trending topic between, us content creators and podcasters, whatever you want to call us at this point. Mm-hmm. Listen, bro, the highs are high and the lows are low sometimes. But you still get these weird feelings of that middle ground of, listen, I know that I want to do this. I know that I'm going to do this. Especially when I took time off, I did this. And I think now for me, that portion of, okay, time to rev this shit up. This engine got to blow smoke and I want to see this shit flying down the street at this point. And that's where I think I am. I've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning again. I'm on my phone when I go upstairs. I'm on my phone putting shit on, trying to see what I want to talk about. It's fully back. I feel good. I feel really good, yo. Yeah. How about you? How's everything going, bro?
Excellent. You know what? I feel good too. I feel good. I feel good too. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to bring my stuff back. But people I'm still able to create with some great people. I've had some back-to-back days where they needed me for something, and I'm more than happy to help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and then seeing their content grow and being a part of it, that right there, that's the good stuff for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Feels good, man. It's always awesome when you can see people that you coming up with or around or just enjoy.
Yeah.
See success happen, in their own stuff as well. But yeah, bro. Listen, another thing that I've done, I've watched a lot of stuff. Yeah, we've been
Mhm.
watching some movies and stuff. So, of course, like, we have full episodes. If you guys are new here, we do have full episodes that we do where we call it the watch list. And it's pretty much a collection of things that we watched. And keep in mind, the watch list, it doesn't always got to be new stuff. It doesn't always
Yeah,
got to be stuff that we just recently watched or stuff that came out this year. We can talk about something from the 80s, about an old movie that used to, anything could be on a
stuff
watch
that we
list.
didn't know about that's years old. Like,
That's right. That's
you
right.
know,
So,
like you find that one gold, like you find a bunch of gold nuggets on places. It's like, where did this come from, and how did I not know about it till now? You
yeah,
know?
there's a lot of old it was one movie with Sylvester Stallone. I don't think it was Copland. I don't think it
Mm,
was that one. It was a different movie with Sylvester Stallone where he was a cop and
mm,
the Patrick what's his name? The T-1000, the
yeah.
liquid metal dude from Terminator.
Hmm.
They were like, crooked cops.
Oh,
And I had stumbled on that. It was a 80s Sylvester Stallone movie, bro. And
oh,
it was just like, damn, I missed because the 80s action cop genre, bro, whether it was Steven Seagal, whether it was Bruce Willis, whether it was bro, it was just classic, man.
mm.
It wasn't the action cop movies, it was the comedy duo cop movies. It was like
Eddie Murphy and
48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop. There's so many you can name, but they were really good. And there's Netflix is a good one if you want to go and catch like Reservoir Dogs or something that you may have heard of that has a cult following, and then you want to watch it.
I still
Netflix
gotta,
has a lot of those.
I still gotta watch Reservoir. I don't think I've ever seen Reservoir Dogs. I know of it.
Yeah,
I've never actually sat down and watched it.
yeah, it's a popular one. I actually, believe it or not, I just watched it. I think maybe last year for the first time. I was just up at night. I wanted to relax and kind of free my mind a little bit. I
Hmm.
threw on. I watched Reservoir. I watched Heat for the first time. I
Hmm.
saw clips of Heat when I was younger, but I watched
Yeah.
the full movie from front to back. And here's the thing, yo. Some of the movies, yo, that people be gassing, I be watching it like Godfather. Everybody's the greatest movie of all time. I turn that shit off, bro. Too long and too boring. I don't
Well,
know. It just was not my thing. I just
you
was
know,
not
it
into it.
to me, it is a great drama. Like Godfather One, good drama. If you are not used to long films, it's not for you. Like three, like
Mm,
you gotta sit back and really digest what's going on, because it is a mob gangster movie, but it's also it's a drama based on a book. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? So it and I didn't even know, like, when you find out how much stuff is actually based on other things, it's kind of funny,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff, a lot of movies and stuff like that are, you'll find based off of books, based off of screenplays, especially from, I do find that back in the day had a lot more originality though. It seems like because nowadays I think because there's so much access to the old stuff or the new stuff, you have endless ideas just from scrolling. It's not even like something where you're sitting around. But I feel like some of the movies that used to come out, even though there was a lot that were based off of like different things,
Mhm.
you still had to be more original because you didn't have as much access to stuff like we got now. Like you
Yeah,
still had to, read a book. You still had to do a little bit more work. Now you just watch something and get an idea and do that the same thing and just change the names.
it's hilarious. It's really hilarious. Like I was watching something like just a second ago that is it's it's steeped in nostalgia. It is original, but it is steeped in like nostalgia, and it's set in the '80s. And we'll talk about that a little later. But
Okay.
finally, like, because I know we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat later,
Yes.
and I just finished watching one of the animated films, and I'm like, I got to hurry up and watch all of these before they leave HBO Max, because all of them say leaving soon. I'm like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
know. Yeah, yeah. Keep selling everybody's selling the rights to every damn thing all over the place. Like, yeah, you're starting to see Netflix is starting to have like Spider-Man stuff and yeah, you thought when Disney Plus and all that stuff came out, like they were gonna kind of stay in those
I
categories,
mean,
but
that's Sony.
yeah,
That's
they all
Marvel
over
and
the place.
Sony. Like they share custody. But
Yeah.
Sony, I think Sony in one way is smart, because they technically don't have a streaming service.
Mm,
They have it on, like, on like their gaming systems or whatever. But as far as like a mainstream like streamer, they don't have those. So they're able to license their their products out to other to other places,
Yeah.
and including Disney Plus for a fee. You know what I'm saying, for them, and
Yeah.
they're making the money. You
Yep.
know.
That's very true.
Mhm.
But guys, listen, thank you guys so much for checking in with us and everything, bro. We're gonna have a top 5 tonight, so get your lists ready. And then tonight we're gonna do top 5 favorite cosplay ideas. Like, listen, if you're into cosplay, you're not into cosplay. At the end of the day, everybody loved Halloween when they was a kid, for the most part. You love to dress up. And listen, cosplay is just that. You know what I'm saying? Dress up as your favorite character, favorite thing that you want it to be. So we're gonna do that. We were supposed to do that last weekend. But man, these thumbnails, man, I've been loving these thumbnails that we got, Kyle. And of course, shout out to AI. But I'm saying, like, they're coming out amazing. I mean, they're my brainchild. They're just getting created by something else. But I really do like I like the creativity that we talked about it before when it came to AI. Like, the worrying. I think I was worrying more, like, just like, hey, listen, you got AI now. Everybody's gonna be able to be, you know what I'm saying, and all this other stuff, whatever. Now everybody's gonna be able to make stuff great and stuff like that. But it's one of those things where it's still like, you get to a bar, and once a bar is equal playing field, now it's who's making the most or who's making the best and who's doing this. So it's still, you still gotta have skill, you still gotta have talent and creativity to do stuff. Don't just think AI is just gonna, make it. And Kyle, you said that, a lot of times. And
Yeah,
I'm starting to notice it.
I am very much I'm not I'm not like riding for AI like a lot of like a lot of people are so hard, but at the same time, just like any other piece of technology, it all depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of AI art, but I have gotten into like some AI music can be funny. That it can be like I don't know what it is, but some of the AI music sounds good. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
incredible.
And some of it
Yeah.
sounds just as stupid as anything else you hear on today. But still, it is what it is for right now. But my thing is I also worry about the environmental part of it too as well. So that's it. Like I like what you're able to come up with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have my worry just like everyone else.
Yeah, and listen, that's that's definitely a topic that I do want to talk about. Like, and there's a lot of because of course conspiracy, you want to call it conspiracy around that topic as well, because of talking about like the environmental threats that AI's data centers and all that stuff is causing. And yeah, there's a lot of conversation right now. No, that hands down, bro. I've seen some fucking videos, bro, with man, this is an interesting conversation. We ain't gonna go here. Maybe we need to do the X Files episode maybe next week.
No, absolutely. That could be a web show topic.
Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, the web show too. Yeah, we might have to start introducing that, because there's definitely a lot of shit going on. But look, this tonight we're gonna jump in because of course we just had San Diego Comic-Con, one of the biggest cons of the year. You get all the information about all, like the Marvels and superheroes and, all the comic book stuff that we all love and know. So a lot of stuff came out, a lot of movies, a lot of different things like that. And we're going to talk about it a little bit and get into a watch list and then hit the top 5 and then hit the bed because, yeah, bro, I've been working. Like I said, I've been working my ass off.
Yeah, you got to work in the morning, huh?
Oh, man, I got to work, bro. And I'm back. I don't know if y'all saw my post on Facebook earlier, bro. I'm getting back to that. Like I said, I'm getting back to that realm of this 9 to 5. When you wake up and you punch the clock, and you're a servant to somebody else's corporation or whatever. It's cool because you're getting money, and if you got a decent job, it's cool. I work from home, literally right here, but starting to take up too much of my time and my energy. I don't like it. I don't like the thought. I like being able to sit when I don't want to talk too much about this, but when I used to drive trucks, like, I didn't like having to be out. I didn't like the time that I had to, you got to deal with traffic. You got to do it going back home afterwards. You got to do this, do that. But I like being out. I like being out and about, kind of like, your day goes faster. You get to, I sit in my trucks, chill out, scroll on Facebook, chill out, make some content even. But with this job, this stay at home, you would think like, oh, you probably get a whole bunch of other stuff done. But yeah, I used to. But now all of a sudden everything changed and you got these back to back phone calls.
Yep.
you can fucking forget about it. You can forget about it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm starting to get into my realm of like, all right, it's time to start chasing the dreams again because I don't want to do this shit. Like,
Yeah, one of my best friends was doing tech support, like customer service over the phone for a while. He did it
Yeah.
twice for two different companies, and some of the things that they would ask him, he would tell me, and I'm like, are you serious? You know, like somebody thought that they were being watched through their email, through their blinds or something like that, and I'm like,
yo, Kyle, listen, bro.
look.
I don't know anymore, yo.
And that's just, and that's the sad part. No, and that's the sad part because the craziest stuff could possibly be true.
I'm trying to tell
You know,
that
like,
one girl, you saw the one girl who was on the who had, she was part of that group of scientists that they said had came up dead and everything. And you saw it in some of her videos. She had a video where she was like, and she showed it. I mean, maybe she was full of shit, but I mean, I don't know. But she
ended up dead. It's just suspicious because she ended up dead along with how many other people?
Yeah, it was like 15, and that's just what we know. That's like
that's what we know. That's what we know so far. Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, bro. But I feel you. Yeah. But as much as there may be truth to the to the craziest, but there's also the craziest motherfuckers just be up there. But yeah, man, I'm just ready to jump back in. I want to do my content creation. I want to get more involved with being online, a little bit more visible, and build my business, bro. Definitely, I'm ready to do it. Right. But let's kick it off, bro. We're gonna actually kick it off with the San Diego Comic-Con. Let's talk about it, bro. Kyle, what are some of the things? Like, are you into the cons? Like, I know we've talked about certain things, but are you into cons?
Absolutely. So there's a local one in my state of Connecticut called Connecticon, and that was the one I would go to. That was actually my first real convention experience with my friends. We used to go. We tried to go every year. It kind of got expensive to go, but when there was like, we always went for artist gallery, voice actors, good, great deals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they ended up getting some great names, and I ended up meeting some of my voice acting heroes. And I met Jess Harnell, aka Yakko from Wacko from Animaniacs, and a bunch of other things. He did a video for me for free, right? I came really close to meeting Rob Paulson, but the year we were supposed to meet, he ended up dropping out because that was the year he ended up with throat cancer. But he was okay after that. I met Jim Cummings, aka Darkwing Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Pete, so many great roles, and I got to attend a panel of his, and I got an autograph from him, and I got to tell him thank you. I got to meet Steve Blum, aka I think he was like the second or third voice of Wolverine, along with if you're a Cowboy Bebop fan from back in the day, he was Spike Spiegel. He's been so many other voices. He's Tom from Toonami. So many great voices, and I actually got to speak to them and ask them about their career a little bit. And I didn't know he started he was doing production and voice acting for a while, but he didn't really start getting his stride as a voice actor until he hit his 40s. So some people think, and that's just right there. That to me is a testament that it's never too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people think, and it's easy to think that it's my time, it's going. Even I say it now, it's one of those things where it's like you feel like you have to be 20 years old to start something. Oh, how am I going to get good by the time I'm 40? You can always jump into something, bro. You never know what you're going to pick up or how fast you're going to pick something up, and time goes a lot slower than you think it does, man. You got a lot of time to make something of something.
And stop comparing yourself to others. Stop. Yeah. That's where we get that's where we get stuck. That's where a lot of us get stuck, because we see everybody else doing things, and it was like, oh, they're 20-something years old, and they discovered how to make gasoline out of garbage. What the heck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? And
that's boy.
And that's real, and that's real. But it's like, but that was his path. That was his journey. He just happens to be younger. That doesn't mean that you can't do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would love, man. That's somebody I would love to have on the show, bro.
Him?
Yeah, I would. What the hell is his name? I watch him all the time. He's always on TikTok. I watch him all the time. What a brave individual, bro. I'm telling you right now, because there's been plenty of people who have made inventions and things close to that to interfere with natural resources and shit. The money these corporations are making, bro, take you out in seconds, man.
Man, there have been cars that they figured stuff out years, decades ago that we didn't even think about, cars that run on water, cars that run on freaking lawn clippings, cars that run on the biodiesel. I did this is a little bit of a tangent, but when I went to community college, I did a small report on the cars that was supposed to be fueled by compressed air, right? And it was created by a Formula One racing dude, and he perfected this car system that ran off of air, and it was supposed to make it over here, but because he was originally coming from Europe, it was supposed to make it over here. It never did. And I guess at the time that I jumped at the chance, as soon as I heard that it was a thing, I jumped at the chance to write a paper about it. But at the time, I didn't have all the info I needed. And this was back in 2007, 2008. And, so many alternative fuel. Yeah, so much alternative fuel sources. I saw a dude fuel his car with freaking Pepsi. Now, Granted, he wanted to see how long he could go without having to refuel his car. He was on a road trip, and then at some point his car started, slowing down, and all he had on him was Pepsi energy drink. And he saw, it was like, okay, should I put this in my tank and get to the next gas station? It worked.
That's crazy, bro. And who knows how much we've been getting lied to, bro? All the magical shit that we, you know what I'm saying? To this day, I mean, I still think that we got superpowers and we don't know how to use them. I'm telling you right now, I firmly believe that human beings, the reason why we only live to 100 years old and stuff like that now is literally because our minds have been programmed in this planet. And whatever experiment we in right now, we've definitely been programmed on how to shut off some of our most biggest. I think that's why you get the humans that are born with you get prodigies and you get geniuses and symphony creators at 3 years old. And I think there's a lot of hidden parts of our brain that is just locked.
That hidden talent. Oh yeah. And as of I don't know how old this report was, but I just saw it last night, so I'm going to say it. Oldest living American, 110.
Yeah, that's good. And once again, Kyle, that's what we know. Isn't that so crazy to have to keep specifying that, because it's that's just that's everybody, bro. Damn, we going off the rails, but I like it. Yo, listen. When I came online a little bit as a kid. And I came online, and when I say come online, I mean like my eyes got a little wider, and my thoughts got a little deeper.
Yeah,
I remember being at the museum. I don't know if it was a Museum of Natural History in New York, but it was a museum where they had the exhibits of the animals. And if you've ever been at a Museum of Natural History, man, fucking incredible, bro. You see, whether it's the gorillas, it's not real gorillas. It's just, they'll have the stuffed gorillas and tigers and different information. I remember seeing, I don't know if it was a rhinoceros or whatever, but underneath the description, it was, this is now an endangered species. And I don't know what age I was, but I remember thinking to myself, how the fuck do you know? How do you know what's an endangered species? How are we humans or whatever, especially this is US, whatever. Who's the person that went and was sent the job to say, hey, you see these rhinoceroses? Go count all the rhinoceroses, whatever. They're in this area, they're in this area, they're in this area, and tell me how many you report back. And then, of course, I know you got some science shit. Well, you got this, but if the size of it is supposed to be maybe 70, 40 of them. So, hey, listen, there should be 300, but there's only like 60. And you're so confident to come back and say, well, they must be in danger. They must be gone. They must be missing. How the fuck do you know? How do we just classify everything with this gigantic label? There's no more, blah, blah, blah. There's no more of them. There's no more? Really? Because we can't see them in our little ass area that we're in?
Yeah, it's not just like one trip. It's a bunch of trips. Like the panda just got taken off the endangered species list. But I think it just got taken off. Now here's one thing I never agreed with. Forcing other animals to mate. Like, stop looking at them and maybe they will. Like you were trying to force pandas to mate forever. You know what I'm saying? Like forever. You put like two in captivity. It was like, go ahead, do your thing. I know that they're not considered the smartest bears, but at the same time, like, they know they being watched. Let them just leave them alone.
Bro, I really do think that a lot of stuff that we've like I said before about like our brains being locked and just different things. Like, I think that we're so accepting of what is taught to us, and even sensible shit. I feel like that, like, a lot of times you hear people say this, like, people who especially more free thinkers or maybe more whimsical kind of people, but they have these thought process that when they're challenged with other people who are trying to be like sensible and logical and shit like that or whatever, you challenge them and you're like, you can't think like that, bro, because you can't get no job, you can't hold down a fort. Like, somebody's wrong when they say something like that, but at the same time, the ability to be able to have different thoughts, like we were talking about earlier with the movies, like, if that's the person who can sit back and think of something out of thin air without seeing anything, and they create something and make something that's not like anything else or whatever. The first person that made Batman, the first person that made Spider-Man, when Stan Lee was doing that shit, or whoever else, Bob Kane, like, you had a thought. I saw a video of Stan Lee describing how he came up with the thought process for Spider-Man, and how he saw I think it was like a fly or something like that. It wasn't even a spider. It was a bug that was like crawling on something, and he thought, like, what would be the best depiction. He took it to somebody who was like, Spider-Man, and they were like, get the hell out of here. There's some bullshit out of here.
Oh yeah, his boss at the time was like, a teenager? Teenagers can only be sidekicks because they had these rules. Like, teenagers can only be sidekicks. Nobody's gonna read a story about a teenager with problems and blah blah blah. And then they put the first issue out after Fantastic Four, and it was like, that Spider-Man idea that we came up with,
bro.
Let's run it. Like what?
It's crazy, but that idea came out of the air. It came out of just what was going on around you, sitting in a room and paying attention to what's going on around you. And it's crazy that, like, those thoughts and, just bringing all this together, this is tying into Comic-Con and, comics and stuff. It's interesting that, like, we have a way of thinking. We have a way of thinking that we have people who have the answers because they're just the level of people that have the answers, because we don't have the answers. So you have to accept what's being told to you in any form or fashion. One of the biggest ones that people say to this day, because it was a big thing from our childhood, was, Pluto's not a planet anymore. Shit, me. I remember making dioramas and school books.
I was like, I was so, I was upset about that for years. I was upset about that for years. Because number one, I remember doing freaking diagrams of the planets. I remember being tested on it. And then they hit you with why it's not considered a planet. But then I'm like, then we found all these exoplanets. Then we found all these exoplanets. We found all these other planetary bodies that kind of resembled Earth, that kind of resembled other things. So I was like, can we? I mean, shoot, some of these don't even have names. Can we give Pluto back planetary status, please? And then I started thinking like this. I'm a Sailor Moon fan, and one of the Sailor Scouts is named Pluto. Does that mean she's demoted? Like, does that mean she's demoted now? Like,
she ain't a sailor anymore. She the cook or some shit now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, it's an interesting conversation where it's just like, so much happens, so much, like you brought up the gasoline guy, and I watch him all the time, and it's just so
Yeah.
incredible for somebody to be that intellectual and be able to figure out some shit, put mechanics and stuff together. There's no way that's not a
To look
superpower.
stuff up. He had to look stuff up because the stuff that he's
It's
using is
crazy,
not
bro.
like the stuff that he's using. He had to look it up how to make it. He said he Googled. It's called microwave pyrolysis is the process he's using, and he wasn't the first to come up with it, but he looked at different ways that people had done it, what kind of machines they use, and how he could utilize it to make fuel.
Yeah,
And that is, and that's where he is, and that's where he is right now. But because he's making so much progress,
yeah,
right? Since he's making so much progress and being public about it, he's also kind of, he knows that this is what he's got to do. But at the same time, he knows that it can be dangerous
oh
because,
hell yeah.
you know,
Yeah, he had went missing for a minute when we didn't see him on. I was glad to see he was safe and okay or whatever. But we
I heard
didn't
he was
see him for
getting
a while.
threatened. Like he was getting
Oh
threatened,
yeah,
and like he was getting threatened. Something like one of his emails or something got hacked. I don't know the whole thing, but like there
yeah,
was hacking involved, and he thinks there was Black Hawk helicopters circling around his area, and it's like all he's trying to do is help with number one pollution, number
yeah,
two, and number two, make sure that we can fuel our cars without any weird emissions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
but no, they don't like. But the big wigs don't like progress.
Hell no, they don't like
You
progress
know?
because you have to have a reason to keep reaching your hand back so they can put something up in it. That's how you keep people satisfied. That's how you keep people under you. You can't
That's
have
it.
revolt. But
Hmm.
anyway, that's
Yeah.
that's good ass conversation. Don't get me twisted.
Oh yeah,
But
we definitely got to go back into it, at a
yeah,
later date. But yeah,
yeah, I definitely would love to because there's a lot of stuff going on. But yo, listen. So yeah, so some of the things we got from Comic-Con this year that I guess I'll introduce, of course, without a doubt. It was a big thing talking about like how Marvel kind of maybe came back a little bit this year. Like, um I know we've talked about it a couple times because of course Doomsday is going to be coming out in a few months now at the end of December.
New Spider-Man just drops. I
Bruh,
gotta see that. Yeah,
Spider-Man did more money on its opening
opening day.
night or
Yeah.
day than Superman and Supergirl did combined all together. Not even their opening. They're like from their beginning of time or whatever.
Mhm.
That is insane. Why the hell can't Superman and Supergirl get a good movie, bro? I mean, not
Well,
good movie, but why is it always like you would think that Superman or Supergirl
mm,
would be the biggest box office smash hit shit in the world?
mm,
What do you think the difference is, Kyle?
what I think the difference is, I think right now it's the fandoms. Like when you look at comics, when you look at comics, we're talking about like the absolute universe right now. It's all about the absolute universe with
Fire.
DC. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Batman's about to get the absolute Batman's about to get a TV show.
That shit is fire, bro. Read it,
But
man. It's good.
and I'm playing. No, I'm planning on it. I gotta buy
Mm.
I'm gonna buy some of the compendiums when it comes out. Plus the Wonder Woman. Since I ain't got that kind of money right now, but at the
Oh
same
man.
time,
You too,
trying to
brother.
save up. Yeah,
You too. I'm
yeah.
telling you right now.
But I think what it is like the anticipation for the Spider-Man movies versus the Superman movies was a bit different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm not saying like, and as far as Supergirl's in a very weird place because we haven't had a Supergirl live action movie. We've had a series. We've had like a few animated shows here and there, and she's in the new Superman, My Adventures with Superman show. But as
Yeah.
far as a movie, they hadn't had a Supergirl movie since the '80s, and it's because of the unfortunate failure of that movie when they didn't know what they were doing with that with Supergirl. But it's because of that people were afraid to make a women led superhero film because they thought it
Yeah.
would flop like her. I'm like, give it a break. It was your writers that didn't know what they were doing. Okay, but as far as Supergirl, like right now, people are kind of like they got mixed feelings about it, just like they got mixed feelings about Superman. But I still heard people talk about Superman after the new show. I mean, the new movie dropped. Supergirl, I was hearing mostly all I was hearing was it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was boring. That's all I kept hearing.
Let me tell you something, bro. I'm not even putting it on the watch list. I ain't gonna lie. I'll just let me just give it to y'all now. So we talking about it. I watched Supergirl, right? I watched it with my kids on Sunday, and I had watched Mortal Kombat 2. We're gonna talk about that in a minute on the watch list. I watched Mortal Kombat 2 first, and then I watched Supergirl. I was like, okay, let's check Supergirl out. And when I tell you, like you just said, and I'm giving you truth, y'all, I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Supergirl was incredibly boring. And I mean, let me tell you something. It was incredibly boring. The plot. This is a big ass problem that I have that I think is going on with DC with James Gunn. He's got the Disney, the cutesy thing needs to be the forefront. Needs to be the toy seller. The toy seller product needs to be the biggest part of the movie. It needs to be incorporated in every aspect so people want to buy the merchandise. The business part of it is what makes the shit boring. Superman, this in Superman and in Supergirl, even more in Supergirl. Crypto. Everything's about crypto. Ooh, cute little dog and shit like that. Not a kick-ass dog, not a dog to bring action, whatever. He's just got to be cute. He's got to be whatever. He's got to be in danger. He's got to be this. In both fucking movies, Superman and Supergirl. Crypto is pretty much the damn, main party point. And it's just like it's what makes it boring. And then it's like you got people who are like, for me, it was what made it boring. Like you got people where it's like it's always this whole character, and it's weird. And when we get into the watch list, I'll talk more about a certain part. But it's weird that you literally have these movies where it's like the same kind of narrative, it's the same kind of structure and design, and it's like the biggest thing that's missing is the action. You got fucking superhero movies, and these people are walking around, and you get a quick little scene with a couple of things here and there. Yo, listen, Supergirl wasn't fucking Supergirl until the end of the movie, and she was barely Supergirl. I said the same fucking thing about Superman, I think. I was watching rewind the tape. Supergirl was barely Supergirl. I thought, you're fucking Supergirl. Barely Supergirl. She didn't put the fucking cape on to the end of the movie. So,
Dad.
I ain't trying to, give the shit away, but I'm just saying, like, Supergirl was ass. You want me to rate it? Let me rate it right now. I ain't even giving it a star, bro. I ain't even giving it a star. Supergirl was ass. I went back and rewatched Superman, and I gave Superman more credit than I did when I saw it in the theaters. When I saw it in the theaters, I just remember being bored. I remember a couple of parts. I remember like, oh, Ultraman. I'm like, oh, okay, that's supposed to be Superboy. And then I remember kind of going back and having to play it again. Then when I watched it again on Amazon Prime, I was like, all right, it was better than I thought. But I had to rewatch it to see that shit. Supergirl, let me tell you something. It's not a savior in that fucking soul, bro. I'm sorry. And then the girl who plays Supergirl, I ain't trying to hate on nobody looks or nothing like that, but I'm gonna be dead ass with you. There's a reason why. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be an asshole right now. I'm just being a little bit serious. Like, it was a little awkward to seeing, like, Supergirl is, the child of Krypton. Like, they're supposed to be, like, and her teeth are kind of, I'm really not trying to hate, but it's just like, you on screen, bro. Let's be dead ass. Like, I'm on screen right now. Like, you got to take care of yourself a little bit. And it was kind of off-putting. I'm sorry. It was a little off-putting. It was just one more thing that kind of stood out. It was one more thing that kind of stood out to a movie that was already lacking. And that's my opinion. I mean, I know it's not, it might be a little harsh, but I mean, it's just like, I felt like they kind of went all the way wrong. Like I could have saw her personally, like maybe if she was playing like, you know, a villain, she kind of had like this kind of lackluster kind of energy with her in Supergirl. And like you said, bro, like we've just got done watching Melissa Benoit. Like the Supergirl TV show was really good. It was really good. And introduced Martian Manhunter. They had, you know, the crossovers with the Flash and Arrow, and it was good. It reinvented Supergirl, like in a way. It was one of the best depictions in my opinion.
I really feel like those that were naysayers of the show when it was out, I was like, y'all just hating just to hate.
Yeah,
you know
it was pretty good, bro.
That was it. Like, I'm not gonna say the whole thing was perfect, but I'm gonna tell you this. Every part, like pretty much everything that I was watching kept my attention. Yes, it was formulaic, especially with DC. You got the guy in the chair. You got somebody helping her out. There's drama. Somebody dies. It was melodrama. You know what I'm saying? It's CW. That's what they were known for. That's what they were known for. Look at what they did to freaking Archie. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the melodrama. I was a fan up until season 3 of Riverdale. So
I didn't get it. Yeah, Riverdale. I miss Riverdale, bro. I miss Riverdale, but I did, and this is just embarrassing, but I did watch Dawson's Creek when it first came out. I did watch Dawson's Creek when it first came out. That's how old I am.
Oh man, no, me and you were the same age. So
yeah, we're the same age and shit.
That was my mom's joint right there. Like I was already in bed by the time that joint came on. So
man.
But when it came to the DC stuff, it was Supergirl, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow for me. Legends of Tomorrow I liked because it wasn't really based on anything. They were basically just throwing action figures in a toy box and seeing what happens. You know what I'm saying? So.
Kyle, listen, bro, there's no way you just said that your CW lineup when it comes to the DC universe.
I'm gonna be honest,
bro. Wait a minute, bro. And it didn't include my man. Come on, bro. Smallville, bro.
Speaking of melodrama, there you go. Right, right
man,
there. I got it.
Smallville was so damn good, bro.
For the bit that I have seen. One of my homies is a huge Superman fan, and I'm talking huge, and he loves Smallville, and the way that they depict Supergirl in Smallville, right?
Yeah, Clara. What's her name? Laura Vandervoot or whatever. Yeah,
the way they depicted her in Smallville, I like that, but probably because I like I like girls with a bit of an edge to them, so that. I think that's what it was. Not to mention, I was still in school when this was coming out. Right.
Right. Yeah, so, me too.
Yeah. So
I remember watching the first episode. I remember how excited I was when I heard about it. And at first it was like, the Impractical Jokers. They had they did one of their skits or whatever, and they were like doing a focus group. And one of their skits that they were introducing was like they were trying to sell people. They had a product that was called Superman, just the Clark Kent stuff, and it was like the joke. It was like you don't focus on him being Superman. You're only focusing on what he's doing as Clark Kent. And then when you saw Smallville, this was like the beginning. It literally was that. It's like just this is his beginning when he was in school, when he was growing up, how he developed his powers. What it was like going through. And you'd read that like, man, I don't care how he started, but listen, bruh, Smallville was fucking fire, bruh. Smallville was fire. Such a great show. You saw the dynamic between him and Lex. Michael Rosenbaum, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong.
How do you pronounce his name?
Rosenbaum, I think his name is. But he played Lex Luthor on Smallville, and to this day, one of my favorite Lex Luthor depictions, bro. He was so good. He was so good. He wasn't the ruthless because he was still young. He was young Lex Luthor, and he started to grow into that ruthlessness. So, yeah, Smallville was fucking amazing, bro.
Smallville was amazing. One thing I didn't understand though. Okay, so because I know you gotta suspension of disbelief. Plus, you could definitely tell that's from a whole other era. We are not in that. We are not in that era anymore of long serial shows like that. No, we are not in that. Plus, every episode was like an hour long. No,
that's right. 10 seasons.
We got 10 seasons on
10
top of
seasons,
that.
yeah.
We went from that to 8 to 10 episodes per season, everything an hour long. And if it's a half an hour long, you got to crunch everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Like
yeah,
the plots together to rush.
Bro, it's hard for me to watch shows that are like 30 minutes long now because I'm so used to watching like the hour shows. There's so much more in them. And
Well,
especially if I enjoy a show.
I got a show we're going to be talking about on the watch list that's surprisingly only 30 minutes per episode.
That's right. We actually, damn, Kyle, we must have missed yesterday, last week, because we talking our asses off today.
Yeah.
But here, 46 minutes around. I just looked at the clock, like, damn, we almost an hour.
I
didn't either at all. Yeah, you're killing it today. But so real quick, of course, you know, some things that shot out from Comic-Con besides like the awesome cosplays and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody with their awesome creativity. This year, of course, you saw a lot of Dr. Dooms. You saw a lot of Marvel. I always love when I see like the group participation where you have like people being like a whole bunch, like all the Power Rangers and stuff like that, and I love shit like that. But giant shout out, Marvel definitely shined. Of course, Doomsday. You had Ryan Gosling was revealed to be Ghost Rider, which is going to be pretty interesting. I think
that's
he's
going to be an interesting pick.
He's good.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling's a good ass actor.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
like very very interesting pick.
Yeah, they had a couple other things outside of Marvel. Something I'm very interested in. We've talked about it at the beginning. We were talking about our movies that we want to see for the year. Resident Evil, man. This Resident Evil that's coming out. At first, I kind of was like nervous because I was like, it doesn't look like anything like from the game, but the more I'm watching and the more previews that are coming out from it, bro, this shit looks intense, man. It looks like one of those movies that the trailers, which I love too, one of those movies that the trailer is not doing it justice. Like you're gonna have to see the movie to actually see how good it really is gonna be. And I love that. I got a feeling this is gonna be one of the bangers of the year.
Honestly, I like that too. I like it when I can't tell what's going on because that's because you're trying to pull me in to see the full film. You know what I mean? So,
exactly. And it's so subtle. Like, if you've seen the most recent trailer, the longer extended trailer for it, like you start to see like, it's subtle details, like the shotgun on the wall. When he opens the drawer and sees the shotgun shells, it's the company that makes the shotgun shells in the game. It's like you see the green health kit. It's like there's small things that's making you like, oh shit, this is Resident Evil. Yeah. So I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I think this is going to be one of the slept on bangers of the year. And I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. But yeah, that was talked about. Of course, you had we got a new Black Panther. I'm excited for that too. What's his name? I forgot his name. He played in that movie A Long Walk.
Was it David Johnson?
David Johnson, is that his name? Yeah, he's really good. I think he's also autistic. I think in real life. Okay. He played in Alien Romulus. That was the first time I seen him, and he played an autistic android. And and he that was my first introduction to him. And then I saw him in the movie A Long Walk, which is another really good movie, one of those kind of weird but interesting movies. But yeah, to see him playing Black Panther, he's going to be the new Black Panther, which I'm excited about because I really wanted them to recast. I know everybody was, there'll never be another Chadwick. I get it.
Everybody's been, but so many people wanted, like, after he died, so many people, like, yes, they missed him and everything, but they still was like, all these other people who got like recast, talking about people from the past. How come he couldn't get a recast? And then they pretty much added his death into canon. And I'm not saying that was a very interesting choice, and I enjoyed Wakanda Forever. But it was just like it was just like, guys, like I think we could have done a bit. I think we could have done a bit more because like you guys are now more. You guys are mourning, and you guys got to fight you got to fight an entire civilization. Because, I mean, to be honest, I like Namor. I like Namor.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could have been helping each other more than fighting each other. But it's that whole your future allies got to fight each other. We saw it happen
First, yeah,
yeah, we saw it
exactly.
happen in Avengers. We saw it happen in Batman v Superman. We've seen it in so many films prior to that. So,
Very
yeah.
true.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's a couple of things that happened. I mean, we also got this. This is something else I'm very excited for, and I cannot wait. Another show that I'm going to watch, and that's Lanterns, man.
Lanterns.
I've been super excited about this since I first heard about it. Of course, they're bringing in Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. It looks like
For the
Hal
first
Stewart,
time. For the
bro,
first
for
time.
real, and showing like the depiction of him, like I guess it looks like he's going to be kind of training Jon Stewart, which is interesting. And they saw they had a Mephisto,
Mhm.
sneak peek or whatever. So I really think this show's gonna be good. HBO Max shows have been fire, bro. Welcome.
HBO Max shows surprisingly, like I
Yeah.
shouldn't say surprisingly, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, HBO Max shows when they're not cutting stuff off of their platform. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a little shade. I'm gonna throw a little shade at them
God
when
went
they're
in
not
right there.
when they're not taking stuff off their platform. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tubi for getting the Cartoon Network catalog.
Ooh.
You know?
Cal going in right now, yeah. You better watch it, HBO.
But I am looking forward to Lanterns. I am
Yeah.
looking forward to Lanterns.
Yeah, it looks really good, man. When I jumped on Titans, and at first I thought Titans was gonna be like I thought it was gonna be a real B type movie show. I thought it was gonna be some real corny, basic shit. But then I got into Titans and I'm like, wait a minute. This is engaging. Like, they was fighting for real, introducing Red Hood and like having the whole kind of Tony. They really told it. They really told it well. Jason Todd. I don't know if I was going to say Tony Todd, but having the whole like story, the way that they depicted it, like it was really well done, bro. So yeah. I mean, really fun stuff that came out of here, and of course there was so much more. But yeah, the Comic Con is always fun. I would love to go to one day. I would love to be my own panel. I would love to have my own panel one day.
Hey man, you could do it.
Yeah, I would love to, man. What a dream! What a dream!
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to the cons and all the people who went and had a blast. You are right though. I remember there was one time I went to I was doing cable and I was in somebody's house and they had all the lanyards from the different cons that he went to. And I asked him, I was like, man, I never been. I've always kind of wanted to go. It was like, what's the experience? And he was like, man, you got to have a lot of money. I was like, man, you got to have a lot of money if you want to get certain stuff.
Listen.
That was the first thing he said.
Oh my God. Like I remember going down to the Artist Alley in Connecticut, seeing some of the and getting some freebies. You get a lot of swag, you know what I'm saying? But then seeing all the artists with all their original stuff in there, seeing the people selling their stuff from their stores like DVDs and Blu-rays and figures and all of that, cards and hats and all those things, and then getting having money for autographs if there's a price, having money for certain events, you know what I'm saying? And do not, please, I implore you, I know that the convention center's got to make money, but bring your own food.
Oh, I was gonna ask that because I never hear anybody talk about like eating at a con. Like,
bring your own food. I remember I did a video years ago because we went to all 3 days for Connecticut, so I filmed it with my friends. And in the middle of it, I put a pro tip in, and we were like, bring your own food. Please bring your own food. It's the middle of July. They charge you $7 for a hot dog. Bring your own food.
I bet. You walking around not even thinking about it. And then of course everybody always got the golden pro tip is that when you go to a con or you go into like, any kind of con,
put on deodorant.
Put deodorant on.
Put on deodorant.
Yes,
stankin' fans. Please put on deodorant. We are in an age where people are afraid to wash their own butts. Please put on deodorant.
You saw it on the web show. It's weird too because you got so many different ways you can take care of yourself. How do you go to an event? I'm so cautious. Like when I go out, especially when it's hot. Listen, bro, I spend like fucking $40 on the spray deodorants. If you know,
Mm,
shit, I might have one over here. I always got them around. But the spray, the Dove
yeah.
body spray or antiperspirant,
Mm,
and I'll get one and I spray under the arms. I'll spray a little under my neck, and I'll spray lift the stomach, spray up, just protecting all bases. Because when I
mm,
go to shit like, especially like going to like that or concerts or whatever, like, any kind of like, event where you're gonna be out all day around people, like
yeah.
the last thing I want is to have my ass humming. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Uh,
you're gonna get sweaty after a while, like, especially when you're out all
especially
day.
especially if you in costume.
Bro.
Yo, especially if you're in costume.
Oh, that's
Say you in a
disgusting,
full
yo.
body. Say you in a full body costume.
Yeah.
All right. Say you in a full body costume. It's mid July. There's
Oh
there's
man.
people all around you. You're taking pictures. Next thing you know, you stanking up to high heaven
You
because
got a
you forgot.
scent that just passed your
It's
ass.
just oh man.
You're a stink man. That's what.
No man, don't do that. And I haven't. And I'm gonna be honest. Like I mostly use baking soda and orange oil for my because I don't use regular deodorant. I haven't in
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
But I still remember to reapply. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah, bro.
That
Listen, you
it
have
does
to, man.
it does help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
gotta remember to reapply.
Yeah, man. Because that's interesting. And wrestling, yo, I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm
You a
also you know it. I'm telling you, you go to them damn wrestling shows at times,
hmm
bro, and you be sitting there, you smelling people, you like, what the hell? I was like, how do you allow yourself to get out the house with that stench? Like, yeah, man, I
I don't
definitely
know.
am. You got to be
Mm-mm.
cautious, but that's
I
funny.
I
That's
am
super funny.
definitely an advocate for hygiene. Okay,
Yeah,
shower,
for real.
shower, deodorant, double back if you have to. Okay,
And
wash
carry it in your
your
pocket.
carry it in your pocket. Wash your butt.
hmm
Okay, that's all. It is a pro tip. Pro tip.
Yeah. People need that one. All right, Kyle. Listen, we've been talking it up, bro. We definitely not gonna do no 2 hour show or anything like that. So we're gonna try to go. We definitely gonna do the watch list for you guys. We got 3 or 4 things we're gonna talk about, and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna run through it, and then we're gonna kind of run through the top 5
Top
tonight,
five. Yep.
and just have a great show, man. But listen, if you guys know what we do over here, we watch movies so you know what to think about it. And this right now is called
The Watch List.
Today on the watch list, we are going to be talking about a couple movies, and I believe, Kyle, you got a show that we're going to be talking about as well.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off, starting off here with let me see if I got the picture. I don't know if I got the picture. Do I got the picture? I think we're going to start off with... Damn, it's taking a long ass time. So I'm just gonna say it. Mortal Kombat 2. We're gonna talk about it. I know me and you saw it, Kyle. So
Yeah.
it'll be a good thing to kick the show off. How about this, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and jumpstart while I'm trying to find this damn picture because I know I got stuck in this room somewhere.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna just say Mortal Kombat 2 should have been Mortal Kombat 1.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna just
fully
say
agree.
Now I will say this. Mortal Kombat 1 gave us it gave us the startup. Like it didn't just go straight into the fighting. I understand that it was great. It gave us all the explanation we needed. But it gave us a great a great story of Sub-Zero and Scorpion and the connection, all that, and all of that leading up to leading up to a descendant of Scorpion going to to Raiden and learning about Mortal Kombat and all that and meeting everyone and yes, and I will say this again, in both these movies, Kano is having the most fun. He's having the most fun.
Wild.
Like, he is wild, man. He's a wild boy. But yeah, in Mortal Kombat 1, it was all about Cole in his connection to Scorpion. I found him to be a kind of blasé character. Everybody else kind of like took center stage for me, which made sense because they're the people we know. He was supposed to be the avatar that was supposed to be for us, but it just didn't work out. And in Mortal Kombat 2, and in Mortal Kombat 2, even they realized this,
Yes.
which is why he was pretty much relegated to a background character, and we finally got Johnny Cage. So,
How did you feel about Butcher from what's it called? How do you feel he did as Johnny Cage?
Okay. I did find it interesting that they made Johnny Cage a down on his luck actor. Okay, because usually that's not what you see. You see the kind of selfish, kind of full of himself action star. You know. But then here they showed you, oh yeah, he was like that, but here's what happens when stuff starts changing. Like, he's at Comic-Con, nobody's at his table.
That's right. He's the past guy.
Like, he's considering himself washed up, he's depressed, all of that. And which is interesting considering the fact that retro nostalgia is in right now. And but I get what they're doing because we've already done the conceit of Johnny Cage. What happens when he's humbled by life? And this is, and this was that.
A really nice depiction of it.
Yeah, I really do. I really feel like because after a while, they kind of made him he wasn't the main plot, but they wanted you to feel like he was. But I feel like he was more of the subplot. But when they gave him stuff to do, he delivered.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I honestly wasn't feeling the character, but when I watched the movie and saw what, like you just explained, like when I saw that he was a different version of Johnny Cage, it was more intriguing. And it turned out to be really well. I mean, another thing that I liked about this movie, besides it definitely did. This movie was a kick-ass video game movie, straight up. It really, you were watching some Mortal Kombat. Like, this was Mortal Kombat. There was fatality. There was a lot in the fight. And this movie, throughout the entire movie, I can't even remember a movie with this much action. It was fight scenes. It was good fight scenes. It wasn't no close up, too close to where you can't see it. They were using their powers. Shao Kahn was a beast. I really loved his depiction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody really played like a strong role in this film right here. I really enjoyed it.
But I realized something. And they wanted you to realize this really early on. Yes, they gave us Johnny Cage, but this was really Katana's film.
It was.
It
definitely was.
This was Katana's film, and you know what? I gotta give it to them for that. I gotta give it to them for that. She was front and center.
That's what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. That's what I was talking about with not trying to give away the movie. Yeah. But the comparison, what I was saying with Supergirl, same exact plot line, bro. Same exact plot line. You did what to what? Thanos and Gamora. Same shit. 1, 2, 3. You did what to what? My family, blah blah blah. Let's find them and get them revenge. Same shit. So I don't know if that's just like a equal narrative. I'm not gonna tell you what part. I'm not gonna tell you how. Whatever. Like you can figure that out. Whatever. But
that opener was brutal though. Like they love the fact that they got this R rating because this is Mortal Kombat.
Bro, it's Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is the reason why we have ratings on video games. Yeah. Literally the reason. Yeah, so of course it's supposed to be. But yeah, Mortal Kombat was incredible, bro. No lie. Honestly, I will give Mortal Kombat, and then you can tell me what you're gonna give it, Kyle.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Let's go. Four stars. Woo, that's a big one.
You know what? I honestly think that's fair. Think that's fair. I was gonna give it a 3, but you know what? I'm down with your rating because this was giving us what we wanted with story. It's not like what they did with the one from the 90s, whereas the first one will always be goated because that to me is always a standard. The second one that came after that was just fight, 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 barely any story, fight, 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 barely any story. Here they tried to balance both a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got, so you know what? I have to say, not a perfect film, of course. It's Mortal Kombat. Ain't nothing about it gonna make 100%
It's still goofy
sense.
as hell.
It's goofy as hell. Ain't nothing about this gonna make sense. The Johnny Cage's interactions with the Tarkakans was.
Rocka in them. Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna give it away either. But it is on. But it is on streaming now and very quickly. So much. We've been talking about this before. So much stuff comes out so quick now. You know,
bro. I'm telling you. I mean, it was like what 2 months after it came out, and that's pretty much it. Supergirl too. Supergirl's all over Amazon. I mean, it's not free, but it's all over Amazon and different stuff. Like movies, you come out in a month and you can buy it and watch it at home a month later. And
this is on HBO Max right now. So
right now. But Mortal Kombat was definitely good. So definitely go check it out. All right, off to the next one. All right, next one is a Brian B. Let me get everything off of the screen. The next movie on the watch list. Wow, what's going on with my thing? Am I doing something wrong? What am I doing? Did I freeze up? Oh, I'm gonna freeze up. Froze up, Kyle. Am I frozen on screen? Oh, I didn't freeze up. I got the thing over
you didn't
here.
freeze up. You good?
Yeah, I'm tripping. All right, there we go. Next movie on the watch list is Backrooms. Can y'all tell how I said it? What I'm gonna think about it?
How was that?
All right, so if you guys haven't, heard about Backrooms or whatever, let me tell you something. This is, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it what creepypasta. Apparently, it's like this is like lore that apparently like this is like kind of like another dimension that people have filmed and
started on YouTube.
Started on YouTube. It isn't this the similar thing for like the elevator game? Like you get into the elevator and you get into the thing and you go out if you press the button in the right sequence.
I think I'm not all that familiar with it, but yeah,
something like in the same kind of realm where you got this and this happens and then you're locked into this alternate type of universe. All right, now I'm not gonna no spoilers really, but I'm gonna dive a little bit into this just a little bit. My thought, just off the rip, this shit was stupid, bro. Hey, Kyle, I'm watching this stupid ass movie, and I'm just kind of like, when you watch something you're like, and you're just like, why are you doing that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This whole movie could have just been avoided. To be dead ass with you, like, it's about a guy. And I guess he's like going through like life or crisis or whatever and shit like that or whatever. And he's like a furniture store. He's got a furniture store and the furniture store is like not doing good. Like he's fucking living in it basically or whatever. And, he just accidentally, haphazardly just stumbles into a wall that he can walk through. He walks through and bam, you're in the back rooms and shit like that. Now, when I saw the previews and I heard the story, I'm like, oh... I'm cleaning a wall and I didn't know it was whatever, blah, and you fall through and you're like, oh, what the hell is going on? You turn around and you go to get out and you're like, wait, what's happening? And now you're stuck. Now you have to go and explore and find a way out, right? That's like what you think, right? Nah, this nigga chose to go back. He could get out easy. He was able. This motherfucker just kept going back. Going home, going back, talking to people, going back, telling people, going back. Didn't call the cops, didn't call the news. Motherfucker was broke. He literally just found some crazy ass shit, could have made money. Nothing. This motherfucker just keeps doing shit, just keeps doing it. Then,
curiosity, huh?
Curiosity killed the cat. Well, I'm not gonna even. That didn't happen. But it's just. The biggest thing I can say for this movie is it was just weird. It was just weird, man. It was more like scary is like not even a fucking word. Like if you think that this is going to be horror, it's not horror, bro. It's more like psychological, not thriller, just kind of like, I don't know, because it just pissed me off. It was just kind of, I was like, there's sometimes I'm watching a movie and because I don't have a lot of time in the day, I get pissed off when it sucks because I'm like, damn, I could have did something else. Damn, I could have did something else. I wasted my time, but I wanted to watch it to talk about it, and yeah, it would just be something that if you're home and you ain't got nothing to do and you've watched everything else that you like, and you just see this and you haven't saw it, just pop it in. It really.
Were your kids familiar with it at all?
No, they didn't watch. They weren't around me when I watched it. I didn't like hide them or anything from it. I just.
No, I mean like the YouTube version of it. Like this came from a YouTuber. So were they familiar with any of it at all?
No, they never talk about it. My kids are goofy. They don't know nothing. They'll be knowing nothing about nothing really. But what have you heard about it, Kyle? Like, what the hell is it supposed to be the big thing? Like,
you know what? Like, okay, so when I because the only reason I knew about it is because I watched this channel called Film Theory, and they did a few, videos on it. I had no idea what it was up until then, and then the biggest thing I heard was the guy who created it directed it in the first place. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like, and he's like one of the youngest directors. He's still in his 20s. You know what I mean? So. Like you have a kid who created this whole universe on YouTube that people watch and got turned into this. And I was like, you know what? I give them credit just for that happening because YouTube is where a lot of people get their entertainment now. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Yeah.
So when you get to that level, like one of these days I'm going to do like a list of just independent cartoons I've been watching that started on, that got their start on YouTube or are only on YouTube. And I'm talking like nice quality, made by like a small team of people, cartoons. And I'm watching them like I'm watching Saturday morning joints, So I gotta give him points. I know nothing about this other than the like little bits here and there. It is confusing, but I think it's by design. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, I don't know. Only thing I know is like I said, it was just weird.
There's so much. There's some stuff that's just weird for the weird. Like there's stuff that's weird for weirdness' sake. You know?
It didn't really have a strong like plot. It was just kind of just like shit just weirdly happening and nothing scary. I'm dead ass, nothing scary. So because of all that, my rating is get this shit the hell off my screen. All right. Yeah, we're gonna be done with Backrooms. But listen, Backrooms.
I gotta ask you one question though.
Let me just say this just to save it before you do it. Just one thing, Backrooms, you might have got a 1, you might have got booed, but at least you got a star because Supergirl didn't even get that.
Woo! Ouch!
Ouch! All right, Cal, go ahead. Ask a question. Bro.
I was gonna ask you, do you think this is one of those things that you'll go back and rewatch to understand it better? No?
Hell no. No. I'm telling you right now, bro. Listen, I'm not. It's not like it's something like, oh, it went over your head, or it was just fucking weird. It was just weird. It wasn't like nothing was like, oh, I get now. Like you'll have 3 years from now, you'll just be taking a shower like, I know why nah. It was just fucking weird. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean,
I got you.
That's not even an opinion as far as it being like some intellectual deep thought or some shit. Nah, yeah, it's not. It really was just a weird movie. But yeah, nah. But what you got, bro? What you got? What's your show that you got?
Okay, my show is one that we talked about a little bit last week, and that is Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. I watched the first 2 episodes. Nice. Second one is out right now as we speak. Comes out 9, every Thursday at 9 on HBO Max. Interesting time slot, but whatever. I gave it a shot. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah. So let me tell you something. This is it's a spin-off to Big Bang Theory. It does take place within the same universe for now. And. Okay. Yeah, and basically, Stuart is still running his comic book shop. But when you first see him, there is there's rifts all like there's these holes, these like black hole rifts all over the place, and you're like, okay, what's going on? There's people. It's that apocalyptic thing. People are selling like cans and stuff for comics. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
you know, and it's just normal. It's just normal life. Everybody, like, some people are stealing stuff. Some people are, and he's just blasé about it until like one day another version of him comes and says, this could have been avoided. You have to, you have to save the world. I'm you from another universe. I can't explain everything, and blah blah blah. Next thing you know, they find a machine that was created by Sheldon and Leonard and
Raj.
Howard, and
Oh.
yeah, and according to them, they do figure out that because of this machine, stuff went haywire. So now they are tasked with, Stuart is tasked with saving the multiverse, essentially, right? So
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
So
Gotta
yeah,
admit, that concept is fire.
he's saving the multiverse, and you do see. I'm not going to spoil too much because only 2 episodes are out right now. But it's it's him. It's Bert, the geologist from the last 2 seasons of Big Bang. It's Kripke, right? Kripke is still Kripke. Let's
Yeah.
like Kripke is still Kripke, and it's Stuart's girlfriend, and they are they go on this adventure with this machine to save different versions of the of the multiverse. So when you do see cameos, they're not the same person. They are the same character,
Gotcha.
but different, but a variant. You know how the biggest the biggest thing is like the multiverse right now, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So think of that. So if you see a version of Raj, it's going to be a version of Raj, not the Raj that we remember. If you
From the show.
Same thing with Penny, same thing with like whomever else they get. It seems like they got a lot of people to come back and do some cameos for this. And it's very sci-fi heavy. Like this
That's
is the
awesome.
this is the most sci-fi the Big Bang universe has gotten, because every other show is a normal sitcom. This one gets goofier. You know what I'm saying?
Being the fact that the Big Bang Theory in itself was a very standalone kind of sitcom, bro, because there wasn't another type of sitcom. Yeah, really. It wasn't a type of sitcom where it was like it was like the geniuses, and even if it was like hey, he's smarter or whatever, the smartest kid or the nerd maybe or whatever. It was more just like the basic common, but it wasn't like, hey, I'm a genius scientist.
Not until that group got into the forefront. Like they're genius level awkward guys going sitcom stuff, and you throw in like some people didn't like, because it was like they feel like they forced the nerdy references, but I got it because I was like, these there are versions of these people out there. I saw myself, fortunately and unfortunately, I saw myself in like Raj. I saw myself a little bit in Leonard, not so much in Sheldon, but I can because I'm not like Sheldon was that genius guy who obviously had something else going on with him, and he just wanted to be left to create and do science and stuff. And then you got Howard, who at first was the sexist. Like, they were all kind of sexist in a way, but he was the like people wrote in letters because they didn't like his character up until like early on in the show.
People are so finicky, man.
Like all he wanted to do was get laid.
Him.
Well,
that's some real shit, okay?
Like all he wanted to do was get laid. But you know what? For Raj, the guy with selective mutism, he pulled. Like,
he did, especially in the earlier seasons. People forget about that.
Especially in the earlier seasons. But as they grew and evolved, and yes, we got more of the science and the physics and everything. But this takes like science and fantasy and everything, and just does it. We still have the genius references and everything. There's explosions. There's there's control. There's all of the all of this stuff, and that's just 2 episodes. Now this show, this is the show I was talking about, where each episode is only about 23 to 30 minutes long.
Oh, okay, so it's
per
sitcom
episode.
length.
It is
Okay.
it is regular sitcom length, and they didn't do the binge model. They didn't release the
whole show
thing
at once.
and once.
Yeah.
This has a time slot to it, not 9 o'clock on Thursdays on HBO Max exclusively. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. It's still new. You know, some shows
Still
do
very
kick
new.
off and have it if it gets a big following and it engages and it has to keep a good story. I mean, the premise is really good. I mean, I can see it going either way, where it's like the premise could get you in trouble, or the premise can kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because there's only so much you can do. Where it's like, okay, at the end of the day, you're not going to want to consistently keep seeing different characters. And of course, it's going to be fun at first, but that's a long time. Like, how are you going to go to 2, 3, 4 seasons or whatever? Unless, I mean, you could. Sci-fi is always weird like that. You could do a lot of different things.
I could see that. I could see this given, like, I'm hoping, because there's so many shows that I've loved that got cut off at the knees. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna give it 5 seasons.
5 seasons? Okay.
If I was the producer, like, knowing how much of a Big Bang Theory fan that I am, so I'm a little biased. But at the same time, it's characters who you didn't see too often. You didn't always see Kripke and Bert and Stuart. Stuart was always at the comic shop. Now, now he's literally at every other place in different versions of himself. So,
yeah, for real.
So I gotta give it Denise. That was his girlfriend's name. Okay. So
what would you rate it?
So far? Yeah.
2 episodes.
So far, 2 episodes. Because they made me laugh, and I got to give them 4 out of 5 so far.
4 out of 5. Okay,
4 out
that's
of 5.
good. That's good. I still gotta check it out. I do want to check it out. I'm also a Big Bang Theory head. Like I watch it every single night, 1 through 5, especially. I watch those seasons religiously, like just because it's what I go to bed to. It's what it is. But definitely interested in checking it out. Got one more for the watch list. This is going to be a very, very fast one. Because listen, bro, this movie right here, I'm sorry to have like such bad ones. It's crazy. I've watched actually a couple movies. I watched Scream 7. Which, listen, I said it like I was gonna be like, oh yeah, Scream 7 was awesome.
No, how are there 7 of these?
Oh no, was it 7 or I think the last one was 7. But
7 isn't that a little much?
Yeah, they're drowning it, bro. They're drowning it. And this one they had brought back kind of a. This isn't the movie I was gonna watch, but that I'm reviewing right now. But in Scream 7. They brought back, if you know the original Scream, where it was Billy Loomis and Stu, his friend or whatever, which was Matthew Lillard, and he's got the crazy comical part. I'll be right back, and he's all wild and shit. And then, of course, at the end, spoiler alert to a movie that came out in 1995 or 6 or something. Sydney drops the TV on Stu's head. Mm-hmm. So everybody always speculated, hey, Stu is, still alive and everything like that or whatever. So in this one, they basically, and I'm sorry, I'm spoiling a little bit for this one. It was ass. You're gonna watch it anyway if you're a Scream fan. You see the you see Stu is literally just calling Sydney like, hey, listen, I'm back and I'm gonna blah 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 this and that. And Sydney's like, what the fuck? You were supposed to be dead. He's got the cuts all on his face. Like, he's got scars. He was supposed to be in an insane asylum, all this other shit. So it was like all this stuff went together. And then let's just say it's disappointing at the end. Just boring. But it was ass. But this is the movie that I'm actually in. And this movie is not going to get as much time as I just spent on Scream right there. Scream was like a bonus. Listen, bro. This is the movie right here, and this is called Disclosure Day. And oh man, this was crazy. I had such high hopes when I was seeing this coming out this year, especially with all of the stuff that's been going on with the alien talk and them coming out and telling people about phenomenal beings and UFOs and this and that. And I'm like, man, they about to come out with this movie and tell us the truth. And they probably did. But I thought this was going to be phenomenal. I thought it was going to be something that was really intriguing. I thought it was going to be something really good. And it was, to me, y'all, it was boring as hell. I mean, boring as hell. Supergirl, boring. Supergirl was better than this. I'm not gonna be crazy. Supergirl was better than this to me. But this right here, it was just like, if you know Steven Spielberg, Steven Spielberg, when it comes to sci-fi, he's like a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's done E.T., he's done Close Encounters of a Third Kind, which is, one of the most famous ones from the 70s. And also, like, he's done what else he had? He had Super 8, which another one that, if you remember the trailer for Super 8, where it was like a train, and then the train derailed, and this giant creature broke out of this thing that had like a big warning sign on it, and it looked like some Jurassic Park shit, to be honest with you. But it was just like, if you saw Super 8 after seeing that, it was basically like he remade E.T., but it was like a scarier alien, and I'm just like, oh, please stop. Like the Goonies with a little bit of E.T. in it, but this shit right here, let me tell y'all something, yo. Tell y'all something about this shit right here. You see this girl holding this fucking stick she got glowing in her hand? That's about the most exciting shit you're gonna see in a fucking movie.
Ow. That is ow.
Listen, I want to just tell y'all. I can tell y'all 5 things right now in this chair, and it'll save you 2.5 hours of watching this fucking movie. I'm telling you right now. It's supposed to be about aliens and shit. It's based off 2 goofy ass people. I don't know you. You don't know me. Something happened in my past. I can't remember. I don't want to remember. Oh, we know each other now. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Another big thing they had in here was, the aliens, they don't show you this. That was kind of the message. Aliens don't show you who they really are. They come in different forms, and kind of a shape-shifting kind of presence. So every time you see a bird, that lands on your window or something like that. And you've heard, images and stuff like this, like owls and different things like that from different people's stories. But that's what they say. They say they come to you in a different form. So that's why you don't see it. You don't see what they really look like. You don't see what they really represent. It's so we can, grasp them better. And some of the videos that I've been seeing recently, that if they are real, shit, it makes a little sense. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, this movie it just was not it, bro. So Disclosure Day, this is another one. It's not even getting a star. This is a 0. You wasted my time. I had to fast forward some of it so I can get to like the ending a little faster. The end, it finally showed a damn alien. Man, I don't want to waste it for y'all, man. Damn, but I kind of do, because it's just so depressing. Like, listen, bro. I'm gonna say it. Hey, listen, spoiler alert. So the end. Okay, that's enough people that you got your warning. Skip past this part of the video. The end, these motherfuckers, when they finally got the alien that you've been waiting to see this whole fucking movie, tell me how they wheeled this nigga out in a wheelchair and a blanket over him.
What, was he getting old?
I'm not fucking lying, okay?
What, was he getting old? Is he injured? What's up?
God, man, you just don't understand how bad this movie was. I was watching this movie like, the shit that they were showing us, like when they finally got to the part where they like disclosed everything, because she's a news reporter, and like I said, something bad happened from her past, and she, I guess she was picked to be a news reporter so that she can finally be the one that discloses to the world that, yeah, they are real, they are with us, they are surrounding us. But the thing I couldn't stop thinking when he finally got to the part like this is supposed to be the big payoff of this movie, I'm like, bro, we're literally going through that shit right now and nobody gives a fuck. But they were making it like everybody was so jaw-dropping, and they were showing the same stupid-ass videos that they show us now. And I'm like, bro, this is like the biggest waste of time, because literally we're living this reality, and the reality is better than this dumbass movie. So it's like, yeah, it was a miss, bro. It was a miss. But Disclosure Day was terrible.
I get you. So it came out a few years too late.
Yeah, it just wasn't. I don't know, but Steven Spielberg to me, bro, like, I love, Jurassic Park, of course.
Yep.
When I think of his movies, man, I'm trying to think like Raiders of the Lost Ark, like Steven Spielberg has I think that's Steven Spielberg. He's got some classics, but I don't know. Every time I see an alien movie from him, it's terrible. Can't fuck with him. My favorite alien movie of all time, besides like Total Recall, Independence Day is up there. But damn, we did. Damn, I should save this for a list. This is a top 5 right here.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Sorry, y'all. I'm giving y'all too much. We can't do that. But all right, fuck it, man. All right, Kyle, man. It's been an awesome show. We missed last week. We're going to dive quickly into the top 5. You know, I kind of just remember mine. But thank you guys so much for watching and sticking with us. It feels awesome to be back. I really appreciate everybody in the comments. Hey guys, I want to also say this. I don't know. Like, you know, it might be my paranoia. I still appreciate everybody for watching, but ever since I've been back on Facebook and stuff like that too, I've been noticing. I don't know. It might just be, hey, listen, I gotta, you know, build back up because I've been gone for like 3 months. But man, like, you know, my numbers have started to stifle a little bit with it just seems weird when, especially on Facebook. You know, we used to do like 400 or 500 people watching a night, and now all of a sudden it's like it's staying at 0 constantly. So I don't know if you guys are able to see the videos. Hopefully everything is good. But I'm also working on it, trying to, you know, get re-engaged and everything like that. I have been noticing that. So hopefully everything is good when y'all watch and everything. But take a break, man. Take a break and jack shit up. Yeah. I was noticing that when I was watching the wrestling show. I was like, damn, bro. I went back. I was like, the other wrestling show had like 150 people watching it on YouTube. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Especially with the mobile. Yeah, something is up. So we'll figure it out. But all right, bro. Top 5, and then we're gonna wrap it up for the night. This is our top 5 favorite cosplays. All right, go ahead, Kyle. Just drop all 5, and I'll drop all my 5. What's your 5 to 1?
There are 2 that I've actually cosplayed at least twice. Right?
Oh, okay. You have done it before. Okay.
I have done. Yeah, I have done it at least twice so far. So I got it. Number 5 for me is Rick from Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know who that is. I never watched Rick and Morty though.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Have been since day one. Decided to dress up as him one year for Kineticon. It was a good time. Only thing I was missing was Morty. That was it. You know.
And Morty is the scientist.
Morty is his. So Rick is the scientist. Morty is his grandson.
Is that like Marty from fucking Back to the Future? Is that the whole thing?
That's where the idea came from.
Wow.
That's where the idea came from. Except think of Doc as a more drunk, a bit more horny, and just so he's kind of self-loathing, and he thinks he knows he's the smartest guy in the room. Like,
oh wow.
All the
time. Kid show? Damn.
This ain't no kid show. No, this ain't no kid show.
It's not. I thought it was a kid show.
No, this is not a kid show.
Okay.
This is TV. This is TV 14, Adult Swim. There's drinking. There's sex. There's swearing. There's all of that. This ain't no kid show. This is not no kid show.
I'm missing out over here. I thought Rick and Morty was like a Cartoon Network kid show.
No, it's on Cartoon Network, but it just shares space with them. That's all. That's all.
Crazy.
That's all it shares. This is on Adult Swim late nights, homeboy. This is not a kid show. This is teenage.
Listen, taught me something.
This is teenage to adulthood. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, kids watch it obviously, but
yeah. We all watched Adult Swim when we were younger.
Yep. But yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's sci-fi. It's there's a little bit of drama in there. There's family issues. There's all of that. You know.
Okay. Interesting.
Alien, sex robots. Yeah.
All real life shit, huh?
Exactly.
As long as the aliens aren't in a fucking wheelchair, I guess I'll try it.
Oh, there's a few. They're all over the place. So number 4. Yeah, number 4 is another cosplay. I did. I was gonna send you a picture earlier, but I was like, maybe that'd have been too much. I cosplayed as Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey from Fantasia.
Oh, okay. That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. Yeah.
I pulled that. So what I did was, it was 2016. My sister was having a birthday party, and the theme was Disney characters, right? So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I was like, oh, I get it. I'm freaking Mickey Mouse. Nobody else is going to dress up as Mickey Mouse. Everybody was doing the classic movie characters, and my little brother was doing a Descendants character from from Disney Channel. So, and my sister, she dressed as Ursula from Little Mermaid. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Mickey from Fantasia. Word. Okay, so I was like, okay, how much is the costume? The adult version of the costume on Amazon during 2016 was $200
Oh yeah, you can forget about it, bro.
for the
Especially don't they
whole.
do they got cons now? Yeah, they
Oh
sell this
man!
shit.
So I decided do what some cosplayers do. You get the pieces one by one. I couldn't make any of them, so I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me just buy what I needed. So I bought a robe. I bought the ears. The only thing that I bought the hat. Those were the
Yeah.
easiest things. The only thing I couldn't get were the gloves. A pair of cartoon Mickey Mouse gloves was going to set you back. So I was like,
Crazy.
yeah. So let me try try my best, and I was able to do it. And then went to the birthday party, saved it for Kineticon. Some people knew who I was, right? Like you could tell I was the older guy there. I was in my 20s. I'm dressed up as Mickey Mouse. There's only going to be a few people that know who I am. But those who did know who I was surprised that they wanted to take a picture. I'm gonna be honest, you know.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
it's unique. Stood out. Wasn't like everybody's fucking Deadpool now and shit.
It's, Mhm.
All right. So what you got for 3, 2, and 1?
All right, 3. Yeah, 3 for me. If I had a chance to do this, one of my favorite anime besides Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is another one called Tenchi Muyo, right? And that has a lot of sci-fi and multiverse stuff to it too. It's about a teenager who ends up living in a house full of alien women, right? Along with his
Freaks, motherfuckers, some freaks, yo.
along with
Cartoons.
it does sometimes get freaky. One of the oldest aliens wants to like a couple of them want to bang him so bad. But anyway, that's not why I like it. But
Freaks.
oh my god! But he also is part of a lineage, an alien lineage called the Jarians, and they are a race of people who sometimes have to fight. He goes into like warrior mode. So if you ever look that up, there's different versions of it. I was trying to grow my hair out to depict his hair. He's got spiky hair, and my hair doesn't grow like that. And it's think the way he's dressed, he kind of reminds me a bit of a Jedi. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
like the robe and everything.
The robe and everything, and a version of a lightsaber sword called a Lighthawk sword. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he's got wings in the back, and that was one of the first things I ever wanted to cosplay. Never got a chance to get the costume, but one day I'd still like to do it.
Rock it out.
Yep. That was number 3. So number 2, I'd probably go with something. Basic like Naruto or Goku or probably Naruto or Goku. But also probably Afro Samurai. I'll be honest.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
for you, that'd be a good one. I think that would fit you.
Afro Samurai is very simple. I'm going for like the simple. Like you got the headband, you got the afro, you got a shirt. It could be either a button-down white shirt or a t-shirt, and then some pants, and then sandals, and you golden right then and there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Wouldn't even be that challenging.
Yep. And then number 1, probably staying in that same simple realm. I'd probably have to go with maybe. You know what? I'll probably put Goku. I'll probably put Goku in the. I'll probably put Goku as number 1. And that's mainly an orange gi. Now he's got the hair that sticks out, right? Yeah. So I'd have to get like a wig, but they got like skull caps with the hair out now. So I could do a version of that.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So that's my top 5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yours is really anime based. Yours is anime heavy.
A good majority of it, yes. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. So me, number 5. Listen, bro, I had to think about this one or whatever, and I personally would want to go as Brian B. If I had a way, I don't know if that sounds like egotistical or some shit, whatever. But listen, I would love to be like the personality, put the Beeline shirt on, put the hat on, put the lanyard on, and just go around and it's me, Brian B. I would love to do that, man.
I can see you doing that at the next convention you go to.
Yeah, man, and now I'm cosplaying as Brian B. People ask who's Brian B. I'm Brian B.
Yeah, bring your microphones, bring your T-shirts, and you're like,
saying.
Here's the links. Here's the links.
I would love it, bro. I would love it. So yeah, I definitely would be. That would be a golden one for me. But if I wanted to like entertain and play around, number 5, number 4, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I would definitely. That's one that I always thought about. I was thinking about between either yellow and red. Hulkamania Hulk Hogan.
You went New World Order,
bro.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan when he went heel. Okay.
With the white belt and the friggin' spray paint beard. Yes. And playing the guitar. Playing the NWO down. Yo, yeah, bro. Hollywood Hogan. Nobody wanted to admit it, and everybody hate Hulk Hogan now. I get it. That was a cool motherfucker, bro. Hulk Hogan was a cool ass. We got in that ring. He talked a lot of shit. He was old, but he was cool, bro. He say some shit to you real quick. He stuck in with the bad guys, and he was good at it. So, yeah, Hollywood Hogan, NWO. Nice NWO shirt with the 24-inch pythons. I had to work out a little bit. My arm's pretty big, though. But, all right, so, yeah, definitely Hollywood Hulk Hogan, number 4. Number 3, this would be an interesting one for y'all. I know I'm a horror fan. Yep. I would love to cosplay as Ash from Evil Dead, yo. Chainsaw hand, boomstick, baby. That's right. And fighting the Deadites.
How you gonna get the chin? How you gonna do the chin?
Man, listen.
That chin is iconic. How you gonna do the chin? You gotta
improvise. You got maybe a little cardboard box, and then you tape it to the side with what's it called, tape. Cover the beard. Yep. Yeah, maybe a little cotton ball. I don't know. You figure it out. But I would definitely love to do Ash. I would just love it for of course, the iconic chainsaw hand is another one of those costumes that you easily can put together if you just go to a thrift store. You might have to buy a couple things here and there, but you could probably do it with just some cardboard and a lot of paint. Probably spend most money on like paint and shit. But that'd be a lot of fun. Ash from Evil Dead. Number 2, without a doubt, I'd want to do at least one of the Ninja Turtles, yo. This would be something that I would have more fun if I can find four people or 3 people or 3 other people, and we can all do the Ninja Turtles. And just if I was able to do that, I'll go all out. I go and try to find. I don't know if you've ever seen, but they have like those realistic Michelangelo and Leonardo heads that they sell, and they're like $300.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, listen, man. To go and get like an actual turtle costume, even if it was like close to like $800, if I had the bread to just throw down, if I had to pick, I want to say Michelangelo, just because I like the color scheme, the orange, but I would have to probably go Raphael, bro. Raphael with the attitude, like I feel like that would match me better. I talk shit while I'm him too. Yeah, so I definitely would do the Ninja Turtles. But and then number 1, this should be no surprise because I'm already big and strong, and you can forget about it. It's my favorite of all time, and that is Hulk. I would be the Incredible Hulk, and I put a ripped up Beeline shirt on and paint my ass green, and it's literally the easiest cosplay that you can really do, to be honest with you. Rip up a Beeline shirt, and then trust me, Kyle, I'm gonna do that shit somewhere. Yep. And then go ahead and just go and be the Hulk or whatever, walking around what's it called, Beeline Hulk, and that would be my classic.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yes, I would love that. That between me and then Hulk me, yeah, that's definitely gonna happen one of these days. But listen, yo, Kyle, man, we back at it. Came back this week. Felt really good to come back. We talked a lot. We did a lot of talking this week, we got a lot more to talk about. We ain't going nowhere. So, like we said, guys, I am paying attention to the algorithm. I am paying attention to stuff. I did take a little time off, and now I'm coming back trying to grow my spot back. I do have a lot of stuff that I'm about to start doing, so you're about to start seeing my face all over the place again. I got a lot of Listen, I have a lot. When I say a lot, I mean, I have a ridiculous amount of clips from old shows, from some of the newer shows. I have a lot of clips that I'm about to start posting ridiculously on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, everything. So I want you guys to get to know this kind of stuff that we talk about and join in the fun, man. Make your top 5 lists. We always put them in the morning on social media. You can see what we're going to be talking about and join in the comments. Join in the comments. Make sure that you guys let us know what your favorite cosplay will be. You know, we'll have an awesome idea next week as well. And every single week will be something funny you could do with your kids, you know, whatever. I don't know. But Kyle, back at it. I feel good. I feel good. I'm not even tired. I feel good.
There you go.
What you got, bro?
Love it. Well, you know, I'm still working on a few projects. You're gonna see a lot more of me coming up. You know, coming up soon on A for Able as well as on the Brain. I'm gonna be bringing on the Brain back soon. At some point, I'm gonna be enlisting the help of Mr. B. You know, Mr. B over here, Brian B over here. You know what I'm saying? You think we talk nerdy and stuff over here? Shoot, just wait till you get to my domain. It's gonna
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Down.
Yeah. But in the meantime, in between time, you can catch me on Instagram at Kyle Eric 3233, as well as A for Able on YouTube and Spotify.
Awesome. Hey, listen, I wanted to tell you, I had Brandon Janu from the Brandon Janu show from STR. I had B on Tuesday, and we had a really good interview. I'm doing interviews with all of STR. So it's going to be a lot of fun getting to know them a little bit better.
Awesome.
But one thing I am working on is I'm getting everybody's social media, whatever, what the hell are they called? Yeah, everybody's social media tags, and I'm going to sort them out and get them into every video. I had it for a while. I had a lot of clips, but I got to go back and find everything. I haven't had a chance. But this weekend, I'm like super hard at work. So I wanted to let you know, Kyle, your stuff, guys, it's going to be very easy to follow everybody, and I need you to follow everybody because, these guys got amazing content, man. These guys are doing stuff. They're creating, and they're continuously creating. They're not, so if you want something new to get behind, you want something new to get excited for, you got something to watch every single week. So, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a big difference going into the end of the year and going into this new year that's coming up. So there's a lot coming from the Beeline Entertainment LLC. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But until then, we're done with the week, guys. We're done with the week, man. All 3 shows have been done. And it feels great, but we're going to tell you to stay true, stay positive, pay attention. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you right back here Tuesday night on the Beeline Entertainment LLC. From me, Brian B, and my man, Kyle Eric. Guys, have a great night, yo. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the Beeline Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the Beeline Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications so you can make sure you're getting all the great content from the Beeline Entertainment LLC.